Welcome to Poker Market, making poker more efficient.
Yeah, like ace is definitely a 4-bet, and hopefully we'll get it in. Not pre-flop, so maybe post-flop. Still, our hand is nuts right now. Of course, it's generally not nuts, but we treat it like one and just want to stack it in. Pretty bad card for you. Queen X. I would definitely check back right now and wallow bet river or try to bluff catch him if the spades miss. Because if you bet now, you're kind of isolating yourself versus Queen X. He's not going to call you with many weak hands that you isolate. Yeah, he had ace queen, I guess from the ace queen from the side what we saw. Yeah, so this is how it's going to be most of the time. You really just okay. Let's be here. Let's pause it. Okay, I made it in time. So when you're betting on the turn here, you really isolate yourself versus very strong range. So when you're betting here, you make him fold all his draws, all his bluffs that he would have, and he basically calls you just with Queen X or pocket tens if he has that in his range, and folding everything that you're beating. So this is terrible result for you. You really want to check here, and if on the river he will be able to at least bluff with some of his hands because his range is going to be much wider for sure when you check, and he's going to have many more hands that you could be winning. And when you bet, this is just not the case. So again, marking c-betting ranges. You need to know when you should be c-betting and barreling. Since this is going to be quite important topic for us to discuss, since I definitely see some issues with this line. Again, you min raise, like this is terrible. It's even hard to comment how you should be playing, since you never should be in this spot as the first place, because his range is very wide here, and the board hits that wide range pretty good. Of course, you do have a gut shot, but I would definitely lean to check call with ace-9, not to c-bet. And when you do c-bet, you just have to check fold on this run out. This is pretty bad for you. Of course, on the river, you hit your magic card, so now you should be wallow betting this. Of course, not going very big. I really see you like to be under betting this a little bit. Yeah, see, betting ace king is good. I'm not sure if you know why it is good, but it does have blockers to his best hands that he could have. It has a gut shot to a nuts. King or ace most of the time is going to be best hand as well. So yeah, see, betting that is definitely reasonable. I would be barreling this hand very aggressively most of the time. Yeah, just betting once and giving up is not ideal for sure. But now when you do not bet on the turn, you just have to give up. And calling free bets with 10-7 suited is a little bit too wide in my opinion, and really man, we need to go over this. Calling free bets as well in pre-flop range. So basically we need to cover everything here. When us played in this kind of spot with 10-7, when you do decide to call pre-flop, this is okay to stab post-flop, since you really want to protect your hand. I wanted to say that even though you could get raised a lot of the time in this kind of spot, but you really have to call right now at least once and see how the hand plays out. Since checking is not so great, I will pause it again, since I just feel that I'm missing something here. How these sixes went, I did not saw this hand again, so I will pause right now. I really think that betting here is definitely good, because you really want to protect your hand. He could be check raising a lot of flush draws here as well, not just over pairs. And when you call once and he keeps barreling, you can easily fold on later streets, since he's not going to be bluffing much of the time. Yeah, I like the raise here. Oh, you should you just won the hand here, so that's okay. With 10-7, pretty easy call on the flop, since you even have additional runner on a flush draw here as well. Runner on a straight draw. Well, your hand is decent. Folding this is going to be a little bit too weak for sure. Wow, this is really bad. If you, wow, yeah. Shoving here does not makes any sense. Like, when you get called, he either going to have a overpair or a flush draw with overcards here. In both ways, you are really in messed up spot. In this kind of spot, you are drawing kind of slim. You see, you just have like 25% equity. And even versus his draws with overcards, you're not doing very good, basically just flipping in most cases. So here, either you're flipping or you are massively behind. So shoving is really bad. So the only option here is to call and see a turn, as we said. And if you do not improve on the turn, you can easily fall to his bet, because he's just not going to be bluffing in many spots like that for sure. Wow, you do win, so at least that is good. But you have to understand why this line is bad and why you should not be doing it.